May we never forget them, their sacrifices, and the sacrifices of their families. Thank you.
We're going to thank the general one more time, both generals actually. I wanted to say a few words before our next guest. So, probably because I was nervous. Um, Again, we're tolling the bell for several reasons. The first were the two towers struck. But what I didn't tell you the first time was that was the American Airlines Flight 11 was the plane that was hijacked on that specific day and struck the North Tower. And I wanted to tell you, oh, I don't know what's happening. And I wanted to tell you that we tolled the bell again at 9:03, and that was a United Airlines Flight 175, which would strike the South Tower. So I apologize for my oversight. I just wanted to give you that information because it's rather important. As we approach the next tolling of the bell, I wanted to share with you, um, if you will indulge me, my 23 comrades that were lost on that day. So I'll say their names and the units that they were assigned to. Lost on 9/11 2001 was Sergeant John G. Coughlin. He was Emergency Services Squad Number 4. Sergeant Michael S. Curtin, also Emergency Services, but he was Squad Number 2. Sergeant Rodney C. Gillis, Emergency Services Squad Number 8. Sergeant Timothy A. Roy, he worked for the Traffic Control Division and he was in the bus unit. Detective Claude D. Richards, he was in the bomb squad. Detective Joseph V. Vigiano, Emergency Services Squad Number 2. Police Officer John Delara, Emergency Services Squad Number 2. Police Officer Vincent G. Dans, Emergency Services Squad Number 3. Police Officer Stephen F. Driscoll, Emergency Services Squad Number 4. Police Officer Mark J. Ellis, Transit Bureau District 4. Police Officer Robert Fazio, 13th Precinct. Police Officer Ronald P. Kepler, Emergency Services Squad Number 7. Police Officer Thomas M. Langone, Emergency Services Squad Number 10. Police Officer James P. Leahy, he was the 6th Precinct. Police Officer Brian G. McDonald, Emergency Services Squad Number 1. Police Officer John W. Perry, he was the 40th Precinct. Police Officer Glenn K. Pettit, he was the Police Academy Video Production Unit. Police Officer Moira A. Smith, 13th Precinct, our only female officer lost that day. Police Officer Raymond Suarez, Transit Bureau District 4. Police Officer Paul Talty, Emergency Services Squad Number 10. Police Officer Santos Valentin Jr., Emergency Services Squad Number 7. Police Officer Walter E. Weaver, Emergency Services Squad Number 3. And Police Officer Jerome M. Dominguez, Emergency Services Squad Number 3. Now, I personally knew 18 of the 23 officers that were lost. And I'll just share real quickly. Jerome Dominguez, the last member that I just noted, he was a highway patrol officer, but he wanted to be an emergency services squad officer so badly that we all, used to kid him around. Why do you want to leave highway? You're never going to speed again. and get paid to do it and things of that nature. But he really wanted to go, and he followed his dream, and he went for it. And one thing about the emergency service squad, they are the best of the best trained. They will go get a person that wants to jump off of George Washington Bridge or the Brooklyn Bridge. They'll climb all the way up to talk that person down, and so on. So they all lost their lives doing something that they were trained for and what they did. And that loss is special to me because I worked with Jerome. So thank you for letting me read their names. They're very, very special to me. I'm going to tell you a few more stories about them as we approach the middle of the event. So there was an officer, John Perry, who was retiring that day. He was at the pension section getting his paperwork stamped. When he heard what happened, he left the pension section and went to help. Isn't that unbelievable? Like, he was there, all they had to do was stamp his paperwork. You're retired, go home, collect your pension. But he decided to go towards where the plane had struck, and he lost his life. That's another person that hurts in my heart and fills my heart with his sacrifice for us to protect us. I keep looking at the clock because I can't see it because of all the light. So I apologize. I want to get it right.